today we will be breaking down script terms. At first glance, the screenplay is formatted with a lot of unknown text that is uppercased in parentheses and/or abbreviated. These are the terms that are necessary in a basic screenplay format and allow the reader to visualize the story you're trying to tell. Here are 5 script terms that you need to know to format your screenplay. Let's start with term number 1, the slug line. The slug line is the uppercase text that indicates where and when a scene is taking place. To break down the slug line, we begin with the abbreviation at the beginning, which stands for interior and exterior. As these terms imply, they are used to tell the reader whether a scene is taking place inside or outside in relation to the location. Some scenes even have both to indicate that the scene moves from the inside to the outside or vice versa. Next is the location of the scene. So if the scene, let's say, takes place in a gym, we write gym. If you like to be precise with the location, such as if the scene takes place within a character's bedroom, you could write bedroom dash Mark's home, assuming the character's name is Mark. Next, we indicate the time by writing either day or night. With this portion of the slug line, it is important to know that generally, day or night is a standard, and it is considered unusual to write a specific time of day unless the story calls for it. Slug lines have many functions, such as indicating a new shot or scene. Continuous is added at the end of a slug line if the writer chooses to cut to a new angle during a given scene. The second term is known as the action line. The action line is the text underneath the slug line that describes who and what is occurring in the scene. When you write your scene, it is important to understand that concise descriptions of the characters and actions is best to keep the story flowing. Within action lines, some words are capitalized. These words are either props, locations, and/or specific actions. This is done within shooting scripts to help the producers know what is needed to film the scene. However, the other word that is always capitalized is a character's name whenever they are first introduced into the script. A short description of the character is written, such as their age and look, in addition to what they are doing in the scene. The third term is dialogue. The dialogue is in the center of a script between action lines. Keep in mind, digital script tools such as Writer Duet and Celtics do this automatically when you begin typing your dialogue. Above a character's line would be their name in all caps, and in some cases, a parenthetical, such as VO or voiceover, and OS or off screen. They help indicate where the character is saying their line during a scene. For example, if a character is narrating, then you type VO or voiceover next to the character's name. Other types of parentheticals are stylistic, such as putting an action in parentheses, such as if the person is signed before they say their line. This is typically done if the writer is shooting the film themselves as opposed to another person directing the film. Lastly, we have beat, which is a parenthetical that is placed within the dialogue to indicate a pause in a person's words. These parentheticals are used depending on your story situation, and they serve to further convey the mental image to the reader. You may also want to note that digital script services will place a continued to indicate that a character continues talking after an action line. The next 2 terms can fit into one single category known as transitions. Whenever you read certain scripts, you'll find that a cut to or fade in can sometimes be found on the right side of the screenplay. In addition, camera shots such as dolly in or camera move in are incorporated into the action lines. These terms are mostly seen within shooting scripts, so the creators know what to shoot. In a professional spec script, this is frowned upon when it comes to pitching your script. However, many writers break this rule and use camera transitions and movement within their writing to enhance their narrative. Once you understand the basic building blocks of a script, then you can bend the rules to fit your particular story. Overall, the main components of a screenplay spec format are the slug line, action lines, dialogue, and of course, the title page. When we come to the title page on a spec script, we would only see the title, the writer's names, and perhaps the writer's contact information for producers to refer to. In summary, a screenplay is made up of these basic terms and building blocks, but there are many stylistic choices a writer can make, ultimately. These rules were made to be broken. However, you can't break any rules if you don't know them, of course. Now that you do, let's put our newfound knowledge to the test and head into our next video where we will walk you through a step-by-step process of writing a properly formatted dialogue scene.
To learn more about writing, shooting, editing, and how to actually create better indie films, be sure to check out our course, The Filmmakers Code. We're still in development of this course and we need your feedback, and we also have a free 30-minute training video that'll help get you started. Check it out in the description below. Other than that, don't forget to subscribe for more indie films and filmmaking tutorials.